What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Otaku Show. How are you doing today? As always, I am Bear, and we are once again, for the first time in a very, 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 very long time, joined by the shooting star sheriff himself. Sharif, how you doing?
Yo, you know that meme that's like if you went through an anime portal and like if you go through it you never come back. I think I did that, but I found my way back. I got isekai'd for like a month. But I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm great. I'm back. I'm back. I'm here.
It turns out that if you die in that world, you get sent back, and it's really not fun.
Basically. Basically.
And of course, Taylor-made Otaku, how you doing?
I'm bald now, and I ruined my beard, so I'm a little sad. But I get to see you guys, so I'm happy now.
That makes one of us. I'm never happy when I have to see me. My hair is like wild right now. I don't know if you can see it, Taylor. I guess you understand this because you just fixed your hair. But my hair from like cutting it at home for the past year now grows in like different angles, and I don't like it. It's like reject anime hair. It's real bad.
Right.
At least people can see you. I'm not real, apparently.
He's just a bear.
Just a little turquoise bear floating in the void.
It's a cute bear, though.
I'm an AI-generated talk show host.
And of course, Aaron, my Roman half. I think, Aaron, you need to just learn how to make a VTuber, and then you can just be an awkward little VTuber, Aaron.
If it wasn't for the fact that I inserted myself into the last Roman Bears video, I don't think people would like actually know I existed. They would just assume that I was like one of those AI voice generators that somebody like wrote a script and put on. But I'm fine. I as good as any AI program can be. Eating data, policing internet porn, the usual.
Oh, man. So, as you guys can see, this week's episode is going to be about us doing a general, review of all the anime and stuff we've checked out throughout 2021. So we're going to skip what we've been watching and what we've been into, for the last week. And instead, we're going to just jump into some news. I did just a couple of quick things. If you guys have anything big to throw in there, let me know. The first one, of course, is just I want to discuss the absolute hystericalness that is this title and announcement. Of course, the new Dragon Ball Super movie has been announced. It's got a little teaser trailer up. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff at I think it's San Diego Comic-Con virtual this week. And it is called Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. And it brings me such joy that it's such a dumb title. It hurts, but I'm gonna ignore that pain and just embrace the lulz. I don't know how you guys feeling about this one.
I'm super excited because if this means anything, because like Toriyama likes to pun off of everything. So Tournament of Power, he did a pun. He did like a whole joke with Sailor Moon and Magical Girl. So I'm hoping that this is just like a whole rip on like superhero genre. And if it is, hopefully this movie will be great. It'll be great. Yeah, I think it's still gonna be I can't remember the name. It's basically the same artist and stuff that did the art for the Broly movie. So it's gonna look super nice.
Yeah,
I think it's Shinatani.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be super pretty. But I'm ready to throw more hands. I love Dragon Ball.
Taylor just looks so disappointed.
I have no opinions. Proceed.
At some point, this has to stop.
Absolutely not.
At some point, this has to stop. Is the next transformation gonna be Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan superhero?
Oh my god, what if the entire crew becomes Great Saiyaman?
I would be down for that.
That'd be great.
I would be down for
I'd be
that.
down for that.
It'd be
It's
Super
got the
Sentai.
same. This it seems like Dragon Ball has the same trajectory as Fast and Furious does over here. You just gotta keep going. You don't stop. You keep
In
up
all
in the
honesty,
stakes.
I think you were kind of onto something that the team at Fast and the Furious saw how Dragon Ball evolved from Dragon Ball to Z, and was like, "That's the right way to go."
Yeah,
and they
they
did
were
that
like,
too.
they started with like a traditional racing movie. Like you got Fast and Furious, you got Too Fast, Too Furious, and even Tokyo Drift to some extent is still reasonably grounded in racing lore. And then they were like, well, like what if we just gave them superpowers? And somebody in the corporate office said, sure, do whatever you want.
They have one superpower, and it's family.
Family.
That's it. That's my only one for the show, Taylor, I swear. That's my one.
Let us continue with news.
I was loving that at first.
Uh,
God damn.
It never stops. It really doesn't. Next up on the docket is Blade Runner Black Lotus, a new Blade Runner anime. It takes place in between the two different Blade Runner films. It's all CG, which I don't love. It doesn't look terrible. It is going to be Adult Swim exclusive. I don't know. What do you guys think? Has anybody seen the trailer or checked that one out?
I haven't seen the trailer, but Blade Runner certainly lends itself to an anime style. So I don't know. Like it could work. It really depends. CG animation's always like a crapshoot. Like it's either really thoughtful and well done, or it's utterly horrible and just bad to look at. So it can be good, is what I'm saying. I will hope for its success, but I don't know if I'll like be watching it that closely.
Same thoughts as Aaron. It's definitely going to be a 50-50 toss-up. But like if they do what's been, I guess if they keep it like 3D, but like I guess a huge popular trend with making 3D look almost 2D is they draw like the outlines over like actually over the frames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe if it like has like an Akira, because like from the looks of the trailer, it looks like it has like an Akira, like it's kind of going for like an Akira-esque look.
Yeah,
so,
neon cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole cyberpunk thing has been super popular as of late.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be good. It could be good. Definitely have to wait for like an episode or two to drop to see my opinions on it fully. But that sounds interesting though.
Like cyberpunk's so perfect for anime, and like that's the kind of anime you could pitch to be 3D, because it would make sense like artistically to pursue 3D for this futuristic neon kind of look. But I'm definitely with Sharif, where I'd love to see more of the Spider-Verse technique employed in a lot of these type of 3D animation, where they do the bold outlines in 2D, because I think that just looks really neat and accentuates the characters.
I'll burst your guys' bubble. The animation is none of those things, and it's closer to if you guys saw the Netflix Ultraman series, which I like, but I guess it's not for everybody.
I did remember early on when Netflix was starting to develop anime, it had this, you guys might know the title of this. It took place in space. They were living on this space colony, and there were these creatures that would like attack the space colony. It was a mech anime. It was a mech anime from what I remember.
I don't remember what it's called. I know that I know what one you're talking about. My buddy Steven likes them.
Yeah, it was fairly generic, but it wasn't bad. I didn't think the animation was terrible. So, we'll see.
Okay.
Next up on the list, I put this one on just because I'm very curious about why this has become a trend. Throughout Japan, or a specific township in Japan, they're going to be installing a bunch of manhole covers that have Gundams on them. But they also have just announced that they're doing more with Eevees and a bunch of other Pokemon. I
love Japan.
Chat, internet, friends on this panel, can someone explain to me why putting anime characters on manhole covers is now a thing in Japan?
Because why the fuck not?
Well,
I was gonna say.
I mean, Goku was gonna be like the spearhead of like the Olympics before like Corona hit. So yeah, I mean, Japan
dude,
doing the Olympics.
The Olympics. I didn't watch the intro. I've been meaning to. I forgot to do it before we started. But like, apparently they played like Digimon adventure music and stuff in it, and like a whole bunch of other shit. I was like, what is happening? Japan had the
That would have been the one Olympics I would have went to.
Yeah, I'm upset. Here's the thing. I'm super upset because, like, the Olympics as an organization is pretty horrible. And, like, you may not know this, but, like, what they do to communities... yeah, it's a political statement. So, like, on the one hand, like we all want to see the Japanese intro. By the way, I actually know what they did for part of the intro. They did the they had this guy do the, you know how they have the little pictures of each sport, like they have the little icon of each sport. Yeah. So they have this dude, like it shows the icon for the Olympics, and the dude comes off the icon. Like he's dressed up as the icon, and he comes off, and he like runs out into the middle and starts doing poses for every icon. It's pretty tight. I love Olympic openings. They are usually baller and cool, but at the same time, Japan totally fucked this one up. They do not have COVID under control, and there are a lot of people protesting right now at the Olympics. Some woman tried to blow out the torch.
What?
While it was like, if you don't know this, Japan's cases have been really bad, and strangely, they've done a terrible job at handling the pandemic as a whole, which is really weird because culturally, they seem like they would be in a place where they would handle.
Yeah, they wear masks when they have colds.
Yeah, so like you would think this would be handled well. But part of it's like, oh, we already put a bunch of money into the Olympics, so we're gonna do it. We will introduce new COVID variants into this country. We don't give a shit. And so the Japanese public at large is pretty pissed off that it's going on regardless, and people have already brought COVID in through the Olympics, so that's unfortunate. But one woman tried, while they were running with a torch to get to the thing, some woman tried to put it out with a spritz bottle. Just like runs up. I applaud her. I applaud her tactics. Quite interesting. Oh yeah, she got arrested. I feel kind of bad for her. That's a good way of protesting, though. If you want to protest the Olympics, you gotta torch that, get that flame out.
Don't put out the torch. That's rude. Anyway, getting back to news and actual things on the podcast.
I mean, that's actual news.
Yeah, but it's not fun news. You suck.
Not anime news.
Going to weird-ass anime video game hybrid news, I'm bringing this up, in case anybody doesn't know, I randomly go on spats of playing weird video games, and I recently did a small one where I was playing Ninjala, and while on there, I saw something very strange, and that's that they currently have a Demon Slayer crossover. Now, if you don't know what Ninjala is, it's a free-to-play, like, very much for kids, like, PvP game where you are little ninja kids that use bubblegum to power your ninjutsu, and currently it has a full crossover with all the Demon Slayer characters. Like, you can buy the outfits for all the major protagonists and have your character look like them. It's very funny. It's odd because they're all like, it's a very chibi, like Splatoon-esque art style, and so it is very funny seeing Tanjiro and Co in that weird chibi style. I get a kick out of it.
Did you say they use bubblegum to power the ninjutsu?
Yeah, they're like bubblegum. It's like Kids Next Door mixed with ninjas.
Adorable. Yeah, think of it like, that's the best way to put it.
I had way too much fun. Me and Sharif played it for like a weekend when he visited me last, and had a good giggle, and then I was bored a few weeks ago and tried again, and I was like, they're big enough to cross over with Demon Slayer? I know nobody who plays this video game on the planet, but apparently they have this kind of money.
Well, evidently the game's been doing really well. It's got like millions of downloads.
And they give a decent amount of their currency out for free. I mean, I was given enough free currency over the last few months that when I logged back in for just to goof around, I was able to buy their season pass thing for free.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. I remember the last big collaboration they had was with Sonic the Hedgehog. They had that huge collab going for a while.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's wild.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. Gotta go fast.
By the way, going back to your manhole question.
Yeah, can you explain that?
Well, you see, Scott, America is the only country that wants to design its cities like dystopians. Other countries actually take pride in like the look of their country.
So you put a fucking Gundam in the middle of the street?
Hell yeah. So like when I was living in Iwakuni, like every manhole had different artwork on it.
I'm sorry,
no
but like
anime
I'm just gonna
artwork.
say, if I live on the street that gets like the gun cannon or the gun ball, I'm gonna be mad salty. I'm not gonna be happy with this.
Why are you not going to be happy about
Because
that?
they got like 0080 over there, and I have gun cannon. That's not fair.
They should name their districts after animes, and like people have to live in whichever anime they prefer. Just becomes like a huge like what's the word? It just becomes like a huge us versus them thing where you live in like the Goku district and like
Yeah, it's like if
Everyone's just fighting in the streets.
has
don't
anybody
go to the Goku district.
oh my
Where you
god,
from, cuz? Pokemon. This is Yu-Gi-Oh town, motherfucker.
has anybody watched Anime Crimes Division?
I haven't.
No.
There's a what? What?
Okay, this is going to be an episode at some point. I need all of us to watch Anime Crimes Division. It is a show that Rocket Jump made, paid for by Crunchyroll, starring ProZD, about a like city where everything is based on anime, and they are the Anime Crimes Division. It's about a ProZD and the female lead are partners. She's just transferred in from like a sitcom city or something. It's wild
Oh my
and
God.
dumb,
Okay.
but I love it.
Where is
She's
it?
got to
Okay,
learn
so
all the
It's
tropes.
just on YouTube or on Crunchyroll.
Got you. I get it. So, cuz, it's like this. It's like Anime House, but it's Anime City.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We don't need that. I need that in my life.
Yeah, I 100% want to do an episode where we just review that. It's like 7 or 8 episodes for both seasons. It's so dumb and wild. I loved it. I had so much fun with it. ProZD is fantastic too.
What is it?
Anime Crimes Division. I'll find the link
I'm like
after.
looking it up now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This mo-
It's great. Chat, anybody listening on podcast, like go check it out.
Subs versus Dubs, Anime Crime Division, Season 1, Episode 1.
Yep. So the final thing I got for you guys here is, I don't know, this might be something that Sharif would be excited for with me, is that, for a while, Megaton, Level 5 has been teasing a big, new project. Level 5 makes, like, Ni no Kuni, they made, Inazuma 11, they made Yokai Watch. Their next big multimedia project is called Megaton Musashi. It's this mecha customization, kind of anime, where they're in giant mechs and fighting and stuff, and I love mechs and when they get to fight, unlike Gundam where they just are all sad. And so, the anime for Megaton Musashi, the first like part of this new saga they're doing, starts in October, on October 1st, so I'm excited. I don't think we have any official info yet on an American release, though based on their track record, Level 5 tests everything in the West, at least a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with Level 5. I've played like a few of they've had some games on the 3DS that I played back in the day, and they've like I said, love Ni no Kuni, played and beat that. Love Ni no Kuni 2. Got to the final boss, stopped playing it. I need to finish that, but they make good games.
Yep. Ni no Kuni, random plug for a great game. It's on sale for like $10 on Switch. Go get it. So yeah, that's it for the news from me. I wanted to keep it kind of on the shorter side. I was mostly just curious as to why manhole covers. It just feels like an odd thing to pick. I don't know.
Great
You
thing.
can never have enough Gundam. You can never have enough Gundam.
Dude, you know what? Sure. I'm gonna let you have that one.
Never have chicks dig giant robots. Okay, like
That's true. I've
still
been
stand
taught
by
that.
that. Oh yeah.
I'm real glad
No,
that
no, they don't.
Yeah, if there's one thing manhole cover designers are looking for, it's to get the hot ladies. They're like, what manhole cover is gonna get us the hot ladies? It just reminds me of the red versus blue like thing where it's like can't pick up chicks in a tank. Like, bro, what chicks are you gonna pick up?
So I have two things. One, I'm glad that only me and Sharif got his reference, and two, I'm also glad Sharif was not here last week to hear me diss Gundam Hathaway.
No reference.
With that. Chicks dig giant robots. We'll explain that after the show.
XLR.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Taylor. That's three of us now. It's real. She's got to ask two dudes from Jersey.
Man, Jamie never picked up a single chick in that robot.
No, but Coop got the really hot redhead chick. What is her name?
He tried for one episode, though. It didn't work. She was so bored in that giant robot.
Yeah. Because he didn't know how to drive and do all the cool stuff.
This is true. This is true.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I think we're going to jump into the episode proper. So this week, we're going to be, like I said, at the top of the show, talking about all the anime we've been into since the top of 2021. Any shows that we've really loved, shows that we didn't expect to get into, things that we really were disappointed in, and anything in between, up to what has come out this week. If you've watched it, it's fair game. I warn you guys all in advance. There will probably be spoilers, and I will still yell at Aaron when he makes them, but not when I make them.
Should we at the top, should we bring up the episode or the shows that we picked at the beginning of the spring review,
Yeah,
like the
I
ones
like
that we said we were gonna watch?
Let's I'm gonna pull up that list because I feel like everybody has forgotten that list. And Taylor
Basically.
definitely doesn't know it.
I forgot.
It wasn't part of the
forgot.
list, so.
This was the pre-Taylor arc. It is the prequel arc where it was like our Romance Dawn.
It was like the first season of It's Always Sunny, where we didn't have Danny DeVito yet.
Yeah, we didn't have Frank.
Get to be Danny DeVito?
You bet.
Yes.
You get to be Danny DeVito.
He knows how to make me Danny DeVito.
He really likes
love
Danny
that.
DeVito.
Who doesn't like Danny DeVito?
He's a national treasure.
All right.
What's the penguin?
So at the top, our first series on the list is Way of the House Husband.
Oh,
Gang, gang.
We did finish that, which
We
was
did.
probably the
Yeah.
only one I can say that I finished out of the list.
Gang, gang.
yeah, I did finish that. That was really good. That was really good.
A lot of fun.
I think it's fun. It's crazy too because like I think when we first all started watching it, we were like the animation style's kind of jarring, but now like looking back on it, the animation style lends to the type of comedy it is so well. So like now I like it.
Yeah, I think we talked a lot about Way of the House Husband when we like came back to the spring stuff
Yeah.
because I think we all just watched it in its entirety since
Yeah.
it was only what like
Like,
like 5 episodes, right?
like 6, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I guess we don't have to talk about it too much, but it was fun and I did enjoy it.
Taylor, what are your thoughts on this
I
one?
like
Because
it.
this it's gonna be fun because we don't know if Taylor has watched any of these.
Oh. I thought we did go over this, but I loved it. I loved it thoroughly. I read the manga before. It's one of the few shows that I read the manga before, and I was actually hyped for the anime to get an adaptation. Well, for it to get an anime adaptation, I did not care whatsoever about the art style. I mean, the first like 40 seconds, I was like, "Yo, man, they did my show dirty," but I was still laughing my ass off. So I was like, "I'm cool. I'm fine with this."
So I still not a fan of the animation. You know what it reminds me of is there's a gag in like the later half of Fully Cooley where they joke about how their animation budget right out and they just go into manga panels. And that's what it
remember
reminded
that.
me of.
I remember.
I thought that was early on in the show.
It
I
might-
thought that was episode 2.
Is it that early on? I always think it's like
I
episode
thought it was
3.
pretty early.
I don't know.
That
I
is-
haven't watched
well,
Fully Cooley in a
Technically,
long
that is
while.
the middle.
Yeah,
Technically, episode 3 is the middle.
because it's like what 6 or 8 episodes. It's like nothing. It's super short.
It's 6 episodes.
For all you kids out there watching this and growing up, watch Fully Cooley. You'll understand everything about yourself. Or
If you
it's
can understand the anime,
yeah, if you can figure it out.
it takes a few tries.
It's only 6 episodes, so you got the time.
Yeah, I mean, I finished 5 episodes of Megalobox today because I wanted to finish that before we came here. But we'll get to that later on. Next up is Joran of the really long name. I forget what the full name is. It's like a blood and
Princess of Blood and Snow or something like that.
Yeah, that one. There it is.
So that was the one we were discussing, was like, could be cool, but I don't think it grabbed any of us, like, particularly. I did not watch the rest of that.
I forgot about that. I really did.
Yep.
Which, unfortunate. It has its moments of pretty art styles. I still think the opening's a banger, and is worth listening to and watching the intro for, but, like, other than that, fairly, I don't know, kind of just not, didn't pull me in. Didn't pull me in, that's what I'll say.
Taylor, did you check Joran out at all or not?
I watched it. I made her my waifu, and then I forgot.
You were like, you may have temporary access to the waifu pantheon, and then forgot her like 30 minutes later.
No, I was like, yo, I like this. This is cool. I got to like episode 3 or 4, and I was like, this is cool. This is okay. And I just forgot to ever go back.
Yep. I think that sums up all of our thoughts. Like, it just didn't grab any of us, like Aaron said. It was just kind of there. What does Sharif have?
Is that a juice box?
I don't know. It's just lip
That
gloss.
did not sound like a juice box. It's a heavy ass juice box.
You know, you can get them jumbo size now.
So Sharif is over there hoarding jumbo-sized juice boxes.
They're wombo sized.
Yeah, wombo.
Ah! Wombo wing.
Next up, something that I did not expect to enjoy as much as I did, but I do think it's for a hyper niche audience, is Cardfight Vanguard Overdress. Sharif, you want to take this one? You want to start it up?
Okay. So, Cardfight Vanguard Overdress is a card game anime that does very little card gaming, but a lot of character building. So as far as the show goes, I would say it was definitely off-putting, especially like the first 3 episodes. We're like, what is this? But I would say if you are really a fan of Clamp, and their art style, and you're really a fan of animation. Every time they busted out like the battle animations,
Yeah.
so good, so good. So can't wait for more of that to show up in season 2, coming in October, so soon.
So can I find an AMV of this online where I can just get the animation parts and not have to watch the show?
I can just send you the picture. I'll send you the like 1 minute animation I send to Sharif every time I want to just try and egg him into a fight. It's great.
Oh god.
This is gonna be my new thing. You know how like people say at the office, like, "Oh, this could have been in an email." My new thing for anime is this could have been in an AMV. Just it's like I don't need to watch a whole show. Just give me the cool animation parts and slap it to some Linkin Park, and we're all set.
We're done.
It fell again.
Accurate. Oh no. Got it. Does she not have like a little string?
She wants you to hold her.
She does not have a string.
That's
Damn it.
why.
She likes
yeah.
the floor. She's gonna be in my hand.
Oh yeah. Also with Overdress, just as long as you can look past the Yuri undertones, you'll be fine.
Unless you're really into the Yuri undertones.
Not
in which
Yuri,
case-
Forgot about
Yaoi.
that. I completely
Yaoi,
forgot about the
Yaoi,
yaoi
correct.
undertones.
Yep.
Yaoi, the Yaoi undertones.
Yup.
You telling me that there's yaoi undertones?
Yep. Exactly
This
like
is
that.
gonna get our podcast flagged. It's the algorithm's gonna go. They keep saying yaoi.
I want a voice clip of Taylor saying yaoi undertones like that so I can play it on my podcast
Yeah, that's a
anytime
good
I stream.
soundboard. just cut it out of this episode and use it as a soundboard.
So, just to like let you, those of you who do not play Cardfight Vanguard like me and Sharif, who are going to be opening like 5 booster boxes on stream in the next 48 hours.
Jesus.
Do you say booster boxes?
Yeah.
Them shits is huge. What?
Yeah, it's.
Oh my God.
We have over 100 packs coming. I'm excited. Anyway, so for the next set of the cards, the next like miniature set, In the first episode of Cardfight Vanguard Overdress, the main character is forced by his older sisters to cross-dress as a, like, pretty cosplay, like, Lolita girl. And he's very embarrassed and too shy to say anything about it. And the next set, they have a deck box and card sleeves of him in that outfit. And I believe all the girls in the set are kind of loosely inspired by, like, some of the people in the show and around. I might get the Lyrical Monasterio trial deck. I'm considering it. Anyway. I have to return to all the things from the past, including cheesy mermaids.
Return to Overlord.
So
Return to Overlord first.
So this has yaoi overtones.
Yes.
And a cross-dressing Lolita.
Yeah, he doesn't want to, but his sisters are bigger than him.
Also, like, part of the first episode is this person thinking he's actually a girl and like taking a liking to him.
Yep, it's great. It is. You know what's funny? Because I feel like Megalobox, which is going to be on here, a couple things, is similar. Where it's an anime that has boxing in it. Like, boxing is like the center point, but it's not like the focus of the story. It's the same way with Cardfight Vanguard. Like, everything's happening because they love playing this card game, but none of the drama is, like, very little of it is directly in the games, right? It's the stuff that happens around the game.
It's not EA. Yeah. It's not in the game.
Yeah, Sega.
So,
is that Sega?
No, you were right. I just wanted to yell Sega. It's
Sega.
Fun.
My boy Toya is still my boy. Toya is so cool. Love Toya.
So I don't think you guys have anything to say on Cardfight, because I don't think really either of you.
Definitely do not.
I have nothing to say.
Just say yaoi undertones for us.
Yaoi undertones.
And with that, we're gonna move on to Dynazenon.
What the hell was that one?
It's the SSSS Diazenon.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the mech one? Okay.
Yeah.
The mech one. That was the one I wasn't really into.
I didn't watch a single episode.
That was the one where the first episode had me like, oh, this will be fun, and then it turned into a mech anime, and I went, oh.
Yeah, I had fun with it the first couple episodes. I think I watched like one or two more, and then I just fell off of it because other things that we will get to throughout the episode kind of came up.
Yeah.
It is one that I would like to go finish. I thought it was cool. I like silly mech toy anime. It's very much my deal, but I think we can all agree, like, that's all it is. It's a really pretty anime to sell action figures.
Wasn't that Trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, weirdly, it's Trigger. Trigger made Gridman and Dynazenon.
Artwork coming in hot, and that's about it.
Yep. Next, we're moving through these quick here. The World Ends With You, the animation. It was The World Ends With You. I watched the first few episodes and I fell out and I haven't gone back. Sharif, this is probably another one that you probably have a lot to say, more than I think the rest of us.
Oh boy, here we go. Because I've been binging the game again.
How did you feel about the series?
Because I did finish it, because I did watch a few things while I was, isekai'd. We still had internet access and internet, so I did watch a few things, and World Ends With You was one of them. Finishing it up, I would say it's a pretty closely faithful adaptation of the video game. It's of itself. It does just tell just the base story. So nothing that was added into later iterations of the game. It's basic. It's like the basic story is fresh, as bare bones as you can get. There are some. You okay? My dog. Sorry, but there are some key differences that they did do, and like going back, like looking at it, I was like, oh, it was okay. Or I was like, oh yeah, that was a little different. I mean, outside of that, it was cool all the way through. The 3D fighting in some instances were kind of lackluster, But other than that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but it's like my favorite series of all time, so I'm biased.
This was sad boy Sora
Yeah.
stuck in a the
Yep.
I don't even remember the death arena.
Death Arena. Yes. Yes.
It's just putting it that way gives it a totally different tone.
Also, it sounds a lot cooler if I'm being honest than what it actually is.
Yes. And super pumped for the sequel to come out. Side note, I've already pre-ordered it and I have it on
They should
board.
just make a Kingdom Hearts anime if they're just doing this kind of thing. They should just make Kingdom Hearts into an anime with the graphics of all its openings, basically, but for the entire thing.
It's interesting seeing like another little upsurge lately of video game getting like anime adaptations right away. Like we just saw it happen with Scarlet Nexus. We see The World Ends With You to hype up Neo. We have Megaton Musashi coming out in the fall. We talked about, I forget the name of it now, but that card game series that is coming out that's going to have an anime and a video game and card game and everything coming all out together. So I guess maybe this is a tactic that they are going back to, kind of an old school thing, you know, which I feel like anime hasn't done for a while outside of kids stuff.
If it's not broken, don't mess with it, I guess.
Yeah, it's more like I just feel like I haven't seen this in a while, with the exception of I guess even Dragon Ball Super Heroes is a thing. So not to be like re-clarify, there is Dragon Ball Super Heroes and Dragon Ball Super Heroes. They are both different shows. One's a movie, one's a show,
What?
and a video game.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so Taylor, in Japan, there are these card game machines where you go buy physical cards and can play this video game with these cards called Dragon Ball Super Heroes. And now there's a new movie coming out called Dragon Ball Super Heroes.
Which, by the way, is a thing I'm seeing implemented here in the States at arcades. Like, Injustice has a whole system that's like that now, where you get a card for your character. And
like a physical card?
Yes, like, so at arcades, there's an Injustice game, just like the ones for the PS2 and everything like that. But it's like, you know, like Street Fighter style console, but you get a printout card of your character so that you can, like, do campaign modes and stuff.
Weird.
No, that's exactly how Super Dragon Ball Heroes is. You have like a custom card for your own custom character. You can even pick like races and stuff. It's like Xenoverse, but it's like an arcade game. I don't know why I'm like bringing my mic over here.
Sharif's getting into this. He's like, yeah, let's go.
He wants you to know. Yeah. Let me tell you about these card game machines.
Yeah, it's really neat. If anybody ever wants to try it in the States, they released a Switch game and Steam game called Dragon Ball Super Heroes World Mission. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, it's not the most like in-depth card game ever, but they're super fun. It's really neat. Don't play PvP though; you'll lose to people who are cheating bastards on the internet.
Those guys that dedicated their whole lives to only being good at this one arcade game.
No, you really just find out like the 3 broken combos in the game and then win.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to so that's The World Ends With You. Unless anybody else has anything to say on that one.
Bad boy Sora.
That's it.
Cool. Next up is Megalobox Nomad, the second series of Megalobox, the anniversary show for Champion Joe. A show that I liked the beginning of it so much, I actually asked the guys to finish the first, I think it was 5 episodes instead of just the first 2, like we had initially agreed upon, because I loved the opening arc and I thought it melded together so well. Did anybody get to watch any more past that?
I watched like 2 more episodes past that. I didn't finish it though.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the entire first season.
You actually got to go rewatch season 1?
Yeah, I finished the entire first season. I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I like how it just harkened, like the animation style just even harkened back to like mid 2000s anime and like like, and it was cool because that was like from what I like read behind the scenes, that was like intentionally done because they wanted that type of style. So it was really cool. I loved it. Like it definitely gave me like Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop vibes throughout. Like it was great. Yeah. It was great. I love Megalobox. it definitely instantly became a favorite of mine. So I will watch the second season.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the first season. I haven't gotten back to getting to the second one, but I love it.
This is one of the only shows on the list where like I didn't. It's not that I didn't want to finish it. It's just that I never like found the time to sit down and do it because I did like it. I like Sharif was saying, I like the art style. I really like the kind of dramatic storytelling. And you're right. It is a weird shift like after 4 episodes because it feels almost like it's like a separate OVA for like those first 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I know we had talked about this a bit, and I wanted to talk on that really quickly without dropping like too many spoilers. Is the middle, like the abridging section, like episodes like 6, 7, and 8 feel a little odd as they introduce the new like antagonist for like the rest of the series and like the next half of the plot. But it's really interesting because it all is like clearly they had this all mapped out. This is all chained together. It is one continuous story that really hits home. Like by the time you finish the end of the season, I like season 1, and season 1 is really cool because season 1 is all about getting out from under like the role you were dealt in life. And you know, it's got like a lot of like hip hop overtones and everything throughout all of it. It's a lot of like more rapid hip hop throughout the whole series to carry it. And that's really cool, and I enjoyed that. But I loved season 2, where everything about season 2 is, you know, learning to forgive yourself, learning to accept when things have gone wrong, and moving forward. And it's all done to just some beautiful Spanish guitar.
Yes,
which is so weird in anime.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. I love the infusion of like Mexican and Latin American culture into the show itself, from the opening to the end credits to like the way the title looks, which obviously ties into the story. It's not just there for like as a style thing. It's style mixed with substance, and it's you know it makes me feel like it's kind of it follows that trend. It did something smart where it follows that like trend of Western movies where it's like there's the period of Western movies where it was like very optimistic views of the West and like characters, very much like superhero stories. And then afterwards, that wasn't working anymore, so they became reflective stories, kind of dealing with the darker undertones of Westerns themselves. And superhero movies have also started to do that, but sports movies have always kind of done that, from Rocky to like any like franchise-based sports character kind of has that later movie that's basically a movie that just reflects on the character that you once knew in a different way.
Yeah, it's why I love sports movies, but I don't like sports.
Like it was a good concept to roll with, so I do want to actually finish it. It works. It's quite good.
Taylor, have you seen Megalobox at all, or do you know anything about it besides what we've said here today?
I watched the first episode of the first season. As far as I got.
Yeah. So, what I will tell you is, because I know like season 1 is a little more dry, I think, and I enjoyed season 1, but it can be a little harder. But honestly, like you can skip to season 2, and it won't hit quite as hard, but it still hits, and it's a much. I think like they really had their stuff together for season 2, and they knew the story they wanted to tell going in, and it goes pretty smooth. I recommend giving Nomad a shot.
Yeah, I went into it blind. I hadn't seen the first season of Megalobox, so I went into the second season completely blind.
Since we've gone over the original 6 shows that we watched for our spring review, I figure now we can kind of just toss it round robin style for a while until we get bored or run out. Like I said, we'll go round robin, pick an anime you want to talk about that you enjoyed or didn't like or whatever this year. Just one you want to mention, and we'll go in on it. Taylor, you've been quiet for a long time. I feel like we've been skipping you because you weren't part of these 6, so you kick it off. What is a 2021 show or a show you got into in 2021? Maybe it'd be weird and reach back. I put Taylor on the spot.
Where to start?
I like was sitting this morning going through Funimation and Crunchyroll trying to remember what I've watched this year, because I've watched more anime this year than I have in a long while. And I was just like, I don't remember all the things I've seen.
Let's go back to winter. Let's see. What happened in winter? Nope.
What was winter?
Big nope. Big nope. Nope. X-Arm. Did anybody watch X-Arm?
I have no idea what this is.
X-Arm is by far the worst anime of 2021. Probably the worst anime that has been out.
X-Arm, like an X and arm, or
like
EX?
at least 5 years. I made it 5 minutes in, and it was a struggle.
Oh God!
Imagine this. Imagine they sell you a show in 2D, but one of the characters is 3D. The main character is 3D.
Okay.
His brother is 2D. And they stand together in the same frame.
Listen, I can't say nothing about that.
And then the rest of it's in 3D. Terrible, awful, clanky 2003 CG.
They're running it on the PS2. You gotta give them some slack.
They are running it on the PlayStation.
So I just want you to know that I looked up X-Arm on Google, and I have discovered that apparently there is an MMA arm wrestling hybrid sport called X-Arm. I did not find the anime.
I would have preferred that. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking on Mal, right? My anime list. And on my anime list, you can rank anime from, I think it's like 0 to 10.
That's the thing we should do for next year. At the top of the year, we should all
That's a good idea.
Have like our Mal list.
No, you can rank it from 1 to 10. 1 being appalling and 10 being a masterpiece. This has, let's see. This has 12,000 people. 12.5 thousand people voted on this and ranked it as a 2.97.
Oh,
so it's very bad. It's between very bad and horrible.
That's
well,
sad.
the lesser of two evils, right?
That bums
that's
me
how
out.
we're starting off this.
Pretty much. That's how bad that show actually is. To put that in perspective, what's the worst anime you've ever seen in your own opinion?
Oh man, that's so hard. I can't even. I've definitely blocked whatever that is out.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like
easy.
What is it?
Sword Art Online.
Ah!
Sword.
That hurts. That
Shots
hurts.
fired.
Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online has a 6.73 user score
That
out of,
seems
and they have
reasonable.
1 million people.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like 1 million people looked at it and
that
said,
sounds about right.
this is a 6. And a 6 is fine. A 6, this is fine.
Well, just slightly
Like
above
Demon
average.
Slayer.
I gave it a 7.
God damn you.
I said this is season 2. Season 2, I gave it a 7. What'd I give season 1?
Gotcha.
Did I rank season 1?
I like making fun of Demon Slayer.
That's incorrect. You want to know what Demon Slayer got?
Demon
has
Slayer
like
probably
a
has way
8.
too fucking high.
I think probably an 8, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say after
see.
that.
I'm gonna go with an
movie, it probably
8.7.
got boosted.
8.7.
We're gonna go Demon
Yeah.
Slayer the movie.
I'm
What'd you
gonna
say?
Oh, that's gonna be like a
say-
9.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be high.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like 8, 8.5, 8.5.
Damn. So out of 1.2 million users, they all scored an 8.59.
Damn.
That sounds like that sounds about right. That
Sounds about right.
seems about where it
Completely carried.
probably hovers.
But see, I feel like that got skewed because of the movie.
Oh no, like
That's
this is
just
the
the movie.
actual like show.
Oh, that's
Like,
true.
okay. The movie got an 8.7, and it had
Bear was right on it.
375,000 people vote on it in ranking.
Yeah.
So
I
if we
actually
average
have
it
not.
out, then that means
So let me give it the good old 7 that it deserves. It was a good movie. It It wasn't like the greatest movie I've ever seen.
No, like if when I go in to watch a movie, I'm basing it like off of the best movies I've ever seen. I'm not like basing it off of other anime movies, or else it would be ranked way higher.
Or else Broly would be number one everywhere.
Oh my god!
Punching people through fucking dimensions for reasons.
Let me sort this by.
Oh man, by
store.
Cuz did you ever put the Broly movie on your to watch list?
No. No, I didn't.
Well, you still haven't watched Super, right?
I'm so over Dragon Ball.
I love Dragon Ball so much.
The second you told me Super Saiyan God, I said I'm off. I'm done. Because I know they're gonna make it. They're gonna make like 5 transformations past that.
Yes, God.
There's only been 2.
Like what? 2?
There's only been 2.
There's only been 2.
We're gonna get.
Well, I mean, it depends.
What's the next? Super Saiyan Angel.
Okay. There might be a 3rd. It depends on how the manga names it. We'll see in the next few weeks.
Apparently, Vegeta got a new transformation.
We don't know what kind. We don't know if it's still, it's a new transformation, but we don't know what it's called yet.
It's gonna be called Dragon Ball Galaxy.
No, I think it's gonna be
God of Galaxy next.
Super Saiyan God of Destruction is what it's gonna be.
And then Goku's gonna punch a rift in time and space, and then you have to start all over from the beginning.
Does anyone here watch ReZero?
I started it.
ReZero.
ReZero. Oh, that is one we started, wasn't it?
No, that's not one we started. This is one I started. That's the one with
you brought it up though, right?
I may have at some point as something I was watching. But that's the one with the guy who, when he dies, he resets, right? He's Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, good old Subaru.
That's the guy that's named after the car, right? Subaru?
Yeah, Subaru. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a bit of it.
The second season came out and back up in winter, back in January. Got an 8.5 user.
Is it good?
I don't care. I did not.
Oh,
I don't like Subaru. I don't like the main character. He's one giant piece of trash. But apparently, for everyone who's watching, they're like, "Well, he gets better."
I mean, that usually is the point of a character.
It's like, yeah, I bet he does. I bet he does. He was so low that he couldn't go anywhere else but up. If he just does what he's told, he's a much better character. If he just does what he's told.
Yeah, I was looking for shows that I had pulled up a couple little lists of shows that have been popular over the last several years. I think I had been specifically looking at Isekai because we were going to do the Isekai episode. And the ReZero is one that comes up constantly towards the top of those lists, and I checked it out, and I was kind of overall not impressed. Maybe it gets cooler or more interesting as time goes on.
How far did you make it?
I basically made it through him solving the first problem, I believe.
The first 3 episodes, then?
The first 3 episodes, the first day. Jaden says they just want to see Subaru suffer, which that's fine. That's an acceptable reasoning.
Well, I guess that's what it is, man. Masochist.
Well, the thing is, the show as an overall anime, I think is really, really good. Mm-hmm. I just don't like the main character. He's the only part about it I don't like.
Speaking of shows that want you to suffer and want their main character to suffer, a show that was on... No.
Nagatoro?
No. A show that was on our spring list, but we didn't choose it, was a show called Tokyo Revengers. So if you haven't seen Tokyo Revengers, it's basically the Butterfly Effect, the anime. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Butterfly Effect, that 2000s movie with Ashton Kutcher, where his personality can go back through time and he can change certain events. It's very much a similar style, but it is really heartfelt and much more engaging than I would have thought of it being. Mm-hmm. There is one part where I thought the season was officially over and I just went, oh my god, holy shit, because everything looks happy and then it gets sad again. You're like, god damn it, when will this end? When will this end?
It is a heavier story, but the way he goes back in time is stupid.
Oh yeah, it's really very strange
so
and contrived, but like, I mean, it's anime, and like, as long as it doesn't break the ridiculous rules it sets up, we're all gravy here.
It's gonna break it.
It's got to break these rules.
So
It's what they do.
Is Tokyo
what's
Revengers...
stronger than rules?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Family.
Well, I guess it's Aaron's here. Aaron, so is Tokyo Revengers one you would like recommend to people?
Yeah,
or is it...
I was gonna make that my first one that I was gonna bring up because it's not one
How long are we gonna do this?
until the end.
How long are we gonna do this?
Until family stops becoming so powerful. So as long as the Fast and Furious media franchise keeps going, yeah, Tokyo Revengers is
We're not gonna.
Tokyo Revengers is my recommendation. I would give it like a 6.5 to 7, like closer to a 7 than a 6. It's definitely heavy, and I like all the characters. They're all kind of interesting. And yeah, it's about like gang activity in Japan, which is not something like that most people are very familiar with. So it can be a fun and engaging world if you're not like familiar with that. So it's interesting.
Cool.
It is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Another show, since you brought up isekai, that we could talk about, is probably the best isekai I've ever seen, which is Jobless Reincarnation.
Jabba's Reincarnation.
Jobless.
It's about like this dude who didn't have like a job. He was like a shut-in like NEET, and like his entire life was just going to hell. And yeah, he runs out. I think he gets hit by like a train or like a bus or some shit.
As they do.
And he gets reincarnated like as like a baby. So he gets to like start off a whole new life. And basically he's trying to redo his life to make it better, but he's doing it in like a magical like world. The only criticism that I really have about the show, because the whole show is phenomenal actually, is that everybody is horny.
Thirsty on Man is
As
the title of the show.
No, like they're like horny. like he like
This is a criticism of yours?
no.
You know, I would have expected this to be a highlight.
No, see, it's only a criticism of like the amount of horny that we're constantly getting. Because you'll be like in the middle of like him having like this deep like inner monologue about how he can change his life, and like him thinking back to his life, but in the other room you can just hear his parents just going at it. And then he stops and he listens and he's like, "Damn, Dad." like it's a whole like weird like exactly
That's some weird horny energy. That's like
it's like his parents are constantly begging.
I kind of like that as an aspect of the show, because like I would never think to make like one of a character's struggles being their parents just constantly banging. Very sex positive parents in this household.
But like, that's the issue though. Like that's my issue. One time I'm like, haha, that's funny. 3 times it's like, bro, like calm down. Man,
it's like, you guys know I'm awake, right?
It's also there. Like everybody's so horny. There's one person in the show that's not horny, and it's probably because she's like 7.
I would hope that there are not too many horny.
But keep in mind, he is also 7, but he's also like 43 in his head. So he's constantly horny too.
God.
Like strange problem to have.
I'm not gonna say.
You know what this feels like? This feels like the plot of a hentai that they decided not to make.
Yeah.
A hentai.
You should.
That's what this feels like. This feels like, oh, we can make this hentai.
That's the thing. No, that's
You're
something
like, no,
completely different.
We're not doing this.
But no, like on the real though, Jobless Reincarnation is like the best isekai I've ever seen. Literally the best. It's an easy 8. It's easy 8. You could argue. You could probably argue. Some people can argue it up to like a 9, 10, honestly.
That's masterpiece level. We really go in with banging parents and all.
You listen, like I said, that's the only thing, and it
I
happens.
mean, if
like
you're
3
into
times.
that, then that's a masterpiece for you.
Like you don't see anything, you just hear it.
Just like in real life.
But poor man.
It's just like I grew up in those Japanese paper houses.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
I always felt bad for my neighbors. I lived in an apartment complex, and like you could literally hear somebody like so much as sniffle next door to you. So I was like, oh no. What have they heard? And I live on the second floor.
They heard the whole thing, dog. They heard everything.
Well, I think it's time to move away from Childless
too horny.
Reincarnation.
For real though, it's an amazing show. Check it out. Give it a
Sharif,
shot.
what do you have now? Have you just acquired a new straw? Are you just?
Got boba tea. He's over here sucking up some tapioca balls like a real anime weeb.
I've never had one.
You've never had boba tea?
Never had boba tea.
It's fine.
You've never had
Like-
boba tea?
I don't like
Like-
boba tea.
It's okay.
There's a ton of different
It's nothing,
variations.
it's nothing to get crazy about.
Yeah,
I
like
don't even
it's-
know what the hell it is.
It's just
got
good
tapioca.
cold tea, but it has little tapioca. They're like little chewy.
Yeah, I hate them.
You can get different flavors too. Like they have some that are just like these little fruit ones that pop in your mouth. Like if you get like a fruit drink, you know, it's dealer's choice really. There's a ton of variations. So like you could probably find something that's enjoyable at the very least.
But it's
I'll
normal
probably go with the
tapioca,
fruit
and I
one.
hate it.
Yeah, that tapioca's
I've
not
never
my jam.
had tapioca.
It's not really. There's not really a
I don't-
flavor so much as
I
there is a
don't know what it
texture.
is.
Yeah,
The only thing
shit.
I know about tapioca is that one Kids Next Door episode.
Yeah, it's bad. They had it right on the money. I guess Sharif, do you have one? Another anime you wanna bring to the table?
Yeah. You actually brought it up earlier. I actually did watch and finish all of Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro.
Let's
And I actually
go.
really
The
did.
most tsundere show on the
Let's
planet, so I did not
go.
expect you to watch it.
It is not a tsundere. She's not a soon.
She wants to be though.
She doesn't. She just likes to tease him.
No, well, okay,
Soon
so her
would be
friends
like,
are.
I don't like you and anything that you do, but I secretly like you.
Her friends are all super tsundere, and she has to
No,
put on the
they're not.
front.
No, they're not. There's not a single tsundere in this in bully me. Please bully me.
Please bully me. That's the new name of the show.
Please bully me.
Retitled. Here we go.
Please bully me.
No. They're
No,
not
but
tsundere.
I really.
They're
No,
fantastic.
I really liked Nagatoro. I thought it was I think it was different. For me, it was just like something to kind of watch and just kind of enjoy. Like I watched like the first 2 episodes. I think back when we originally talked about it, and then I did go back and finish the rest of it during my hiatus, during my isekai, and it was good. It was good. I think it was pretty cool. Taylor even got me into reading the manga for it. So I've been enjoying it. I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I think it's a
Yeah, it's
little quaint.
it's one that like at the beginning
Quaint.
I was getting like a kick out of it, and I was like, oh, this is very funny. And there were moments where I was like, that might have been a little too mean. And then as it goes, and you watch like when you hit, I think it's like episode 6 or 7, and it's the first time he like kind of stands up for himself, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, look at you, senpai. Look at you go.
Bro. When Senpai finally starts acting like a Chad, you feel like a proud dad. You see, like I felt so proud, bro. When he was walking and he saw like all the girls like standing there, like sitting like at the park getting hit on by these guys they clearly weren't into, and they weren't getting the hint. He's like,
Yep.
and I was like, do something.
Yep.
Come on, Senpai, do it. And then he walks up, he's like, Nagatoro, let's go home. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then all the girls got up and they all left. I was like, oh boy, oh boy. I was so hyped. I got really hyped at Nagatoro. I got more hyped at Nagatoro than I did at any point in Dragon Ball Z.
It hits home more. It's
It
weird.
It's
Yeah,
so wholesome though. I love it.
I think one of the
But
things.
yeah, Nagatoro was a lot of fun.
Now you go ahead, Sharif. You take it.
No, I was gonna say, Nagatoro was a lot of fun. started watching the Scarlet Nexus anime because I'm currently streaming the game as well, so I'm watching Scarlet Nexus the anime as well.
I'd rather watch the stream.
No. I really do enjoy Scarlet Nexus. I'm very invested into the story, as Taylor already knows. I'm very invested in the story. It's definitely another one of those shows that takes like the cyberpunk. It's funny because they give it their own term. It's called brain punk, not cyberpunk.
It's cyberpunk.
Same difference, if you ask me. They're trying to be cool. But yeah, they're trying to be cool. But it's basically cyberpunk anime, the anime edition. It's a lot of fun though. Like everybody has like a cool psychic power. Like someone there's like people that can teleport. People have like regulars like telekinesis and psychokinesis, and like they all enlist into this military called the OSF because there's these weird creatures called others that like eat humans. So it's kind of got like this like Attack on Titan-ish vibe to it.
Just for the record,
but
I want to state
it's a lot of fun though.
I just want to state for the record that Cyberpunk the anime has already been done. It's literally called Ghost in the Shell. Like, why are we assuming Cyberpunk did this when we know that they stole all their stuff from Ghost in the Shell?
Well, Scarlet Nexus is brain punk, sir.
I'm sorry, you're right.
I'll have to look at the timeline, but Cyberpunk might beat out Ghost in the Shell. I gotta look at when Ghost in the Shell came out.
Akira beats out both of them, so we're fine there.
Okay.
Are y'all saying that Ghost in the Shell wasn't good?
Oh no, I love Ghost in the Shell.
I'm trying to figure out what came first.
It has a whole cyberpunk aspect.
No, like it is a cyberpunk like sci-fi story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say it's more science fiction than cyberpunk.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because so cyberpunk is very much supposed to be that like grimdark industrialist, like with a little bit of satire to it. Like it's a little too much.
I keep thinking about cyberpunk, that the video game. Every time y'all say that,
which is the most cyberpunk thing. Like that is because it's directly. So the cyberpunk video game, we're tangenting because I'm in there.
Shit.
Cyberpunk video game is based on the tabletop role-playing game, which is inspired by a series of novels from the 80s.
Yep. And then it all kind of follows a through line of like neon noir meets satire of corporate like America and or future city dominated by corporations. They all have like a very similar through line. And then take that and put some punk on, slap some punk on that shit. Leather jackets, crazy hairstyles. Slap some punk on that fucking shit, and you got yourself cyberpunk.
We're gonna bring it back to some wholesome goodness because this is a show I got really into earlier this year. It's one I literally just saw, and I was very much. Oh no, Taylor's gone. There it is. I saw the poster and I was like, I need to know if this is an actual serious show or if it is just like a boob gag. And it's Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out.
Let's go!
And this show ends up being so much more like heartfelt. Like there's a running joke. Like she has giant boobs and she wears a shirt that says Sugoi on it.
Humongous.
But the actual premise of the show, for anybody that doesn't know, is that this girl named Uzaki starts going to a college where a upperclassman of hers from high school happens to go. And she thought he was cool in high school, and they were like, he helped her on, I think, the swim team.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just decides because he's like a grumpy loner, like he likes to be alone. He's that guy, right? Like on college campus, always on his own, like gets invited to the party and is like, yeah, I'm busy. And she's like, nope, we're friends now. Me and you, we're friends.
For reference though, keep this one part in mind because I completely forgot about this. She had been watching him for a year prior to walking up and like, yo, let's hang out.
Yeah.
And he was constantly by himself for a straight year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like her freshman year, they run into each other. She's all happy. And then over the next... Creepy. So it's not like she's like stalking him. It's like every time she's going on campus.
She runs into him and she just notices, oh, look, there's Senpai. And he's by himself again. I'm getting my lunch. Oh, look, there's Senpai over there. He's by himself again.
And it, like, the
So
same
she's just
fucking
like,
park
"You're
bench. Like, he
always
never
alone."
goes anywhere.
I know. And like trust me, as a guy who likes to be at home, I also do like to hang out. Like, it's one of those things where it's like he just doesn't want to do things. So she's like, yo, let's go do things. So, and she's getting him out of his shell and he's starting to have fun. I also like the fact that on like 5 different occasions, like there's this part where they have like this VR experience and he's like moving around. He's like, oh, everything's so real. And then he grabs her boob and he's like, this is really realistic. And for the first time ever, the girl doesn't get mad. She just kind of like,
And he has no idea afterwards.
embarrassed
Like, it's a
about it.
running gag, like, several times that, like, she doesn't take it out on him, but he also doesn't ever know what happened. So it's
Yeah,
just...
he's,
I just want you to understand that this is an actual plot line they use in porn constantly. Like, I just need you to know that made me physically cringe. Oh God.
Aaron, stop watching so much porn that steals from our anime.
Yeah, it's taking away from the wholesomeness that anime is so close to porn.
oh, speaking of wholesomeness.
Wait, hold on.
Speaking of, huh?
I'm sorry, before we go on too far, I think we should keep a running theme of ranking these on a scale from 1 to 10 since we kind of introduced it. So,
Okay.
Shaka, what is on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Please Step on My Balls, Miss Nagatoro, or whatever that show is called?
I would say more of a
Easy
do you
eight.
suggest it.
I
think
would say
I loved it way
that's
too much. I give it an 8.
I'll give it a
Let me do
7.5.
that real quick. Actually,
He's gonna
I
rank
give
them in
it a
real time.
7.5.
7.5.
Let me do that quick.
I like it. I
I
think
very
it
much
kind of
agree
gives
with
us a concise ending to like talking about the shows and gives us like our overall feelings about it.
So I don't like
Yeah.
numerical rankings. I've become
Oh,
that
I
guy
already
over
gave it
time.
an 8.
Fair. That's super fair.
So I normally go with like whether or not I would recommend it, and for Uzumaki, I would Uzaki. I keep saying Uzumaki because in my head I want to. I definitely would recommend Uzaki-chan once they hang out. It's definitely cute and fun. It's kind of short. I hope it gets. I don't
I give
know.
it a 7.
I don't know if it's gonna get another season.
It should. It might, because Takagi-san got another season, and all of them are kind of together. So it
Got
might.
you. I also watched Love is Hard for an Otaku. I know it's an older anime, but I actually was able to watch that all the way through for the first time, and that was actually
That's my jam.
pretty good. That one hit.
That's my
That
jam.
one hit. That one hit home for
It did.
like strangely enough, that one really hit home. Love is Hard for an Otaku is just basically about these two childhood friends. They actually end up working. She actually switches jobs and she works at the same company as her old childhood friend, and then they just end up dating. But like the thing is like she was trying to hide like being like she's like a
Udoshi.
she has very yaoi undertones. She likes yaoi. Like yaoi undertones. She's like a yaoi fangirl, and then like the guy she's dating is like a video game freak. So it's funny because it's like you get to see them kind of balance like their nerd hobbies with also just being like working adults as well. It's a lot of fun. I feel like it's definitely one I enjoy more being an adult. I don't think I would have enjoyed that watching that as younger. So it was pretty good. I give that one probably like a solid 7.5 as well. It's a really fun comedy, little slice of life anime. Just a random one to throw out there.
Speaking of yaoi, this was unavoidable.
Undertone?
No, these are overtones. We gotta talk about Beastar Season 2.
No spoilers in this one though, because this one did come
Okay,
out.
did
like, this
anybody
week.
get a chance to watch it?
No.
I've been busy.
Nobody.
I got to play D&D with a minor, like mid-tier internet celebrity this week.
Yeah.
I was busy.
Beastar Season 2 is great.
I don't know what Sharif has. He keeps playing with something, and I don't know what it is. And I want to know what it is.
Got many things.
I know
got a
it's
phone.
not his phone. He has card things, and I want to know what they are. I know it. Anyway.
So I'll say about Beastars season 2, where the first season focuses a lot on Legoshi and Haru. This season almost kind of pushes her to the side a bit. This one's all about the boys. This one's all about the guy relationships. You know, you got Legoshi and the his friend, the golden retriever. I forget his name. You got Legoshi and Rui, of course. You got fucking Legoshi and a new introduced character. This is all about the boys, baby. This is this is a show about the relationships men develop. Some overtly like strangely sexualized. Like the new character is got a weird thing that I won't spoil too much of, but he's interesting.
But does it beat Daily Lives of High School Boys though?
I don't know. Maybe.
Does it beat Skate the Infinity?
So you're telling me that this is an anime about furry bromance?
Yeah. This is season 2 is all about furry bromance.
Okay.
And like also does a lot more to kind of like establish the emotional feelings of like carnivores and how they navigate their feelings towards the herbivores. Like the first season dwells on it a little bit because, you know, it kind of has to, but this one goes way more into like a much more emotional understanding. It's like different people have these different understandings of their relationships between like predator and herbivore and like how they think they should interact, how their world should be set up, and also like is which one is the best way to pursue. Like obviously Legoshi's like, no, it's all about protecting them. Like that's what, you know, that's why I was given fangs and claws. Like I gotta protect herbivores. That's his like whole thing. But like other characters clash with that idealism and
He's
like
a good,
in interesting ways.
shonen protagonist.
Yeah, but like in ways that like, you know, his view is challenged quite a bit throughout the course of the second season in like ways that make him think, do I need to do this differently? Do I have to compromise my belief system? So seasons 2 pretty strong for me. I'd give it an 8. I still like season 1 a lot more. I don't quite know why. I might revisit both to see like what exactly I'm missing.
You think part of it is like how novel it was, like that first step into that world?
Maybe definitely is like part of it's like being introduced to this whole world and these lovable characters in their relationships. I think part of it too is that so like, you know, season 1 sets up the mystery element, right? That doesn't get solved in season 1. Season 2, you do get the solution to that. Like it's complete, which is kind of weird because there is going to be a season 3. But there needs to be a season 3. There's just so much that isn't talked about.
There are many volumes of that manga. I think it has like 20 volumes or something. So
it was just weird though. So like the mystery element is kind of underplayed, even though like the first couple episodes of season 2 are like it's all about this mystery. This time we're gonna solve the mystery, and then like in one episode it's like, well, we solved the mystery.
Dope.
Yeah, I know who did it, and it's like, oh, okay, and it's kind of resolved very. That element is resolved quickly, so it feels like whiplash, and then the rest of the season is mostly about that, and so there's a lot of the relationship between Haru and Legoshi basically goes unexplored in the season. It's very much pushed to the side, and that's just because of what Legoshi's doing during the whole season. But it's like, oh, I wanted to see, like cute Legoshi being like cute and flustered for most of the season.
Nope.
It's like
Gotta keep
it's the
shit
best.
going. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, but yeah, still some really great stuff in this season. Legoshi is still as clueless as ever, and it makes for great comedy scenes. So yeah, I went on a little long about Beastars season 2, but it is a great anime that you have to be willing to give the chance, which can be difficult when you like look at it. Scott knows, I'm sure, that you look at it and you go, I don't know. If I should
looked at
watch this.
Beastars and I had no desire to watch it at all, and I was super bored at like 4 a.m. and I was having one of those nights where I couldn't sleep. I was just like, you know when you can't sleep and you're having so much trouble like going to bed, you get anxious about it, you get like in your head, and then you really can't sleep. I was having one of those nights. And I was just looking for something random and dumb to put on Netflix, and I saw Beastars, and I'm like, why is everybody obsessed with this weird-ass furry show? And I put it on, and I watched the whole thing.
Weird ass furry shit.
Got you.
Beastars still has
Actually,
the best
speaking of-
OPs. So good.
Got you. Yeah. Hey Scott, so what have you been watching? Like, what have you been up to the last few weeks? The month I've not been here.
So I guess what am like actively watching? Not a ton, to be honest. I finished Megalobox today. I watched a couple episodes of Odd Taxi, what I'm sure Aaron will bring up at some point. I was bad. I've been hanging out with Sage and playing video games and crap. But one show that I keeping on this like wholesome track, but even the most wholesome and one that feels like a complete arc, which I was surprised at because most anime don't do this, is Horimiya. It's a very, very cool show.
Let's go.
Horimiya might be up there for one of my favorite slice of life shows of all time, with its super tight 13 episode run of it. At the beginning, it's just that this boy and this girl, Hori and Mia, they meet each other, and they're students. They're in the same class, but in school, Hori is this very like she is like perfect, and Mia is kind of just a nerd, like just a dude who's kind of spaced out and looks sad all the time. And then outside of school, though, she's like a busybody who wants to stay at home and clean, and he is like a full-on like punk kid. Like he's got piercings and like tattoos and shit. Like the most mild version of punk you can be in Japan. Like for Japan, he's like fucking hardcore, but for like America, he's like mild teenager.
Yeah, if you get a tattoo in Japan, you're already immediately banned from several establishments.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's about them like meeting each other and getting to know each other and becoming friends, and then eventually, it becomes a romance, and it's really cute because it's a show that takes place in their senior year, which doesn't normally happen in like slices of life animes. It's normally like freshmen or sophomores, and then you get to watch them painstakingly go through this throughout like 7 seasons of high school. But this is just their senior year and how they get together and what they plan to do after, and I loved it. So it's a high heavy recommend for me. Did anybody else watch Horimiya at all?
Taylor, I think.
Taylor's got the back on everything. Taylor's got it all.
Taylor's like, I feel like we found Taylor's specific genre, and it's slice of life romance stories. Like any
you have
romance
no idea.
Romance.
So why aren't you watching Beastars then? It's all about romance.
The yaoi undertones.
But they're good.
Actually, the thing is, I saw like one clip of the first season of Beastars, and it's when like the rabbit was like, I don't know what her name.
Haru.
Like the little Haru, where I think her and like Legoshi were like in like the gym or like a storage closet or something, and Legoshi was like, I wonder how we're gonna get out of here, and the bunny just started stripping, and then
then
she's
season,
like, you can be as rough as you want, I can take it, and I was like, you are like the size of like his foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
so
going
like the
to
first
actually kill
horny.
you if he goes as hard as he wants.
The first season is way hornier than the second season. Second season is a lot more action oriented, but the first season, oh my god, like she is pulling down his pants, and like I was like, oh my god, are we gonna see like dick and titties in the show? This is gonna be weird for me. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this.
And now we get demonetized.
And now we're demonetized. Now you're telling me that instead of like regular like furry sex, now we got yaoi
overtones.
There's nothing quite as overtly sexual as Haru, because like that's the whole thing about the first season, right? Is like Haru is the school kind of like she sleeps around with people, like, but for her it's kind of like a power thing. Yeah. It's like she's the small dwarf rabbit, but she like is sexualized by every other species in the school, so like she uses that to kind of make herself feel better, make herself feel a little more powerful. And Legoshi is like the only one that rejects her advances,
And doesn't know who she is until that moment. Like, he's just like,
Yeah.
who are you?
but he is deeply attracted to her, but doesn't know whether it's just because he wants to eat her, like actually devour her, or
Or if he
that
wants to
he
eat her.
actually,
Yeah.
that he wants. Does he want to eat her? Or does he want to eat her? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of layers in
not
Beastars.
So many layers.
Not watching these shows.
I'm telling you, you're missing out. Like I know we make fun of it, and it's like hard not to like laugh about this ridiculous concept of it, but it's so good. It's so well written.
At some point, I'm going to give Beastars a try because I haven't heard anything bad about it. I haven't heard anything bad about it from anybody who's ever watched it.
I really like the mangaka too. Like I love the art for the manga.
It's the daughter of the guy who makes Baki.
Yeah, it's great.
She was just like, Dad, hold my beer, and then went and made something also dope.
I've
Never watched Baki?
I have actually never seen Baki. I haven't had the
I did
want
watch
to watch
You never
Baki.
watched Baki, cuz?
Baki's
No.
ridiculous.
Like I looked at Baki and I was
Baki's
like,
so cool.
he's got such huge, unrealistic muscles. I'm not interested.
So the best part about Baki is that all the muscles are real. They're just beefed up to unrealistic levels because this dude studies anatomy hardcore. Like the guy that did the original manga, that was like his thing. He studies anatomy. He knows how to draw muscle, but it's just over the top. So like all these characters are like, they have the muscle of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but like the fat of like Bruce Lee, and they're all like super powered. They don't actually have superpowers. It's just that their fighting is up to the level of like impossibly good, but it's like all the techniques and stuff are it's fun and interesting.
I don't know how
it's
much you
fun,
like combat.
Like the more
anime.
you talk, the more you lost me.
Yeah. Basically, what it is that he knows how human
Like,
anatomy works to the point where he was able to realistically look
Make
at like
it unrealistic.
yeah, like he looked at him and was like, all right, like if somebody could realistically turn their like musculature to like 11 when they did this martial art, what would they look like? Like if I like turned it to 11 and anime-ified it, and that's what he does for every character. And that's like part of the like weird charm of the show, but it's also that it's a good battle manga. They are grotesque, like they are grotesquely over the muscles.
I didn't watch like the original Baki. I watched the one that was released on Netflix, which is the storyline for it is so spectacularly fun and ridiculous that it's hard not to watch it. I just had to watch it in bursts. It's essentially that these 5 dudes on death row in separate places all get the sudden urge to go to Japan to fight. They don't know who or why. They get the urge, and they all escape from their max prisons.
Yep.
Their absurd max prisons to go like tournament style fighting. Not even tournament style. It's all free for all. They just are like, okay, y'all, like have at each other, like whenever and whoever. It don't fucking matter. Just fight.
We all gonna die anyway. We were all on death row.
And it is absurd. It is so stupid. Absurd.
Yeah, I have the original.
See, this sounds like JoJo without the powers.
Yeah, let's see more of that.
In like the ridiculous
I'm
like
definitely
aspects.
not gonna like it.
Like the ridiculous aspects of like the character design, yes. As far as the content, not at all. It is much more like a martial arts anime.
But remember my headcanon about the person who did Beastars being the daughter of Baki was that like the dad was making her do like human anatomy just like every day, just constantly drawing muscle men. And she was like, I can't anymore, and just started turning them into animals. I don't want to do this anymore, Dad.
Oh man, so
draw more muscles.
You will draw muscle men, and you will like it.
Who else has got something? Taylor, you haven't had one in a minute. Next,
the only one that I thought to talk about is not wholesome at all. One of the most terrible things I've ever managed to sit through, and by sit through I mean I made it to like episode 5, and I completely stopped because I didn't want to watch it anymore. But then we kept going on such a wholesome rant, and I was like, I don't want to.
It's okay. Ruin it.
I don't want to. There's this show that's called Redo of a Healer.
What is this about? I keep hearing about it.
Yeah,
And like the controversy is like wild, and I'm so curious about what the hell is going on with this show.
To sum it up into a nice little bow, it is a show about a healer who was mistreated. It's so bad, Streep had to run away.
Yeah,
it's about a healer who was mistreated in his life.
mm-hmm.
As he's one of the, I think, 4 great heroes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And for some way, he got reincarnated to live his life over again from the beginning.
So well, he healed his life.
Maybe, I don't know. They don't explain it. And then throughout, he knows at some point in his life he's going to experience this terribleness. And I mean, when I say terrible, I mean like the cheapest way to get people to hate a character.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they kept doing to him. Like all the other heroes, for some reason, just did not like the healing.
The person who keeps your ass alive. Let's bully him.
Which is
not real.
which is a thing, because when he heals somebody, he feels their pain and their trauma.
That's fucked up.
From when they got the injury. So one of the heroes has like her arm chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, yo, we need her for the fight. Go over there and heal her. And it's his first time healing anybody, so he doesn't know. So he walks up, he heals her, then he feels the pain of her getting her arm chopped off and the mental trauma that she had to go with it. So he's like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to do this anymore. But they need him to keep doing it.
Yeah. So
they decide to force him. Like, the entire lore of it is just, if you... All right. Let me just sum it up like this. It's like a revenge hentai.
Okay.
It's a hardcore revenge softcore hentai. That's what it is.
Oh Lord.
Yes. It's
so
the first episode is, by God, it's not the first one, the second one. If you make it past the second one,
he just like goes back and like sexually assaults everybody who was mean to him.
Oh, pretty much.
Sure.
But keep this in mind, they were sexually assaulting him.
That's not
one giant sexually assault circle. Except his sexual assault is also, I'm gonna get revenge on you. And
which for the anime's purposes makes it okay.
Oh no. The whole thing about it is there are no good characters here.
Yeah.
There is no hero. They are all villains. All.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
So
whenever you said revenge hentai, I immediately went, I'm not watching this.
Like at some point, like at the second episode, like the main princess who puts him through all this crap, to get his revenge, he takes each one of her fingers and he breaks them. And he tells her, if you scream, I'm going to sexually assault you.
What?
He says a different word, but you know, hey, assault.
Yeah.
And so he makes it all the way to her last finger, and she never screams. So then this bastard heals her hands and starts over again. So of course she screams, and then he's like, "Okay, it's time to assault you now."
Oh God!
And then she's like, "No, I don't want this." So he takes a metal rod, he sticks it in a fireplace, and he pulls it out, and he says, "You're either taking this rod or you're taking my rod." So she's like, "Of course."
Didn't this show get like removed from air after a few episodes?
Way worse. It gets way worse. Like after the deed is done, he changes her face and alters her memory to turn her into a slave.
Oh God! See, this
this
is literally a hentai.
of revenge.
In a
It's
bad
it's
one.
not hentai.
This is literally a hentai.
It's like the
It's
worst
on hentai
kind
sites,
too.
but it's softcore because you don't see actual like
Ugh.
Yeah,
Still.
that's
stuff.
gross. I
Yeah.
don't like this.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
like,
like,
is it monetized yet?
Stay away from it.
Well,
That's
yeah,
my
we've been
entire
demonetized
thing.
in 16 different countries.
Like stay away from it. It's
oh,
not.
it was
good.
taken off the air.
No,
What?
no,
Dude,
not at
like
all.
I'm not about
No.
censoring most media, but dude, take that
No.
shit off
No.
the air.
No,
Like you
their
put it
version
on
of
some niche
censoring
thing.
it. Like they censored it, and it was so bad that their version of censoring it is just showing a wall for 5 minutes. Like they showed a wall
An unrelated
for 5
shot.
minutes and just took off the subtitles. That's how they censored it.
Anyway, I'm gonna bring
I
us
hate
back
this.
to something moderately wholesome.
I hate this.
Another show.
My homie Jaden in the chat's like, yeah, it's not a hentai. Oh, what's up, Jaden? I see you, dog.
Oh, I
see you.
get that it's not an actual hentai. We're saying
It's
that
not. It's
it has all
awful,
the
though.
hallmarks of a horrible hentai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like random like moments of these people are awful. Like deep down in the core, they're terrible people.
I'm gonna.
So like it's like every like episode has at least like one scene where you're just like, we're doing this
I
again.
need a shower.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull us back from the brink here with something
What?
moderately wholesome.
But
Oh.
to flip it to something wholesome,
Oh,
let me.
Do you have one? Because if not, I've got one
have-
locked and loaded.
you need to have one if you're gonna bring up this show first. You gotta have like a back pocket one. Be like, here's a treat. Like I know you endured a lot.
I know I just said a whole bunch of stuff, but there is this anime. It's called Hige wo Soro. Like after being rejected at Shades and took in a high school runaway. Basically, it's a long title, but it's a show about this salaried man who's walking home and he sees this high school girl like on like in like the street, and it's clear she's homeless or she's running away from home or whatever. So as a good Samaritan, he can't just in all good conscience just leave her there.
Yeah.
Like in America, they just leave. But he took her home, and she was like, no wait. Before that, she said, if you give me a place to stay, I'll sleep with you. And he's like, yeah, we're not doing that. I'm just gonna take you back home. I'm gonna give you this little futon.
Are you sure
And I'm
this is
gonna
gonna end up being wholesome?
Oh no. I promise you, it is very, very wholesome.
Is this
Because-
just Pretty Woman the anime?
No, because he doesn't look at her as like he looks at her like a child.
Yeah.
Because for him, she's a child. Like she tries to seduce him like twice, and he's like, no, stop.
Are you sure
Shame.
this is wholesome?
Shame.
Like, he's like, yo, stop this. Like what are you doing?
You're embarrassing everyone involved.
Like what is actually what like he's like, what are you actually doing? He's like, is this how you've been living your life up until now? Well, yeah, guys like sex and I need a place to stay. He's like, stop. Right now, I'm gonna let you stay here, but you're gonna have to stop doing that shit immediately.
Yep.
What? Do you have any clothes? And she's like, no, I just have this school uniform. He's like, I've never seen that school uniform. That's because I don't live in this city. And he's like, God damn it. So he takes her like shopping to get her clothes. He gets her own little mat, so place she can stay. So he's like, I'm not gonna let you stay here for free, so you're gonna have to clean my place. And she's like, okay. And then it's just like them like going through like a relationship of him helping her basically get back up on her feet and put her in a good space in life. It's actually very, very wholesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's a cool show. So to say I'm sorry for dropping redo of a healer on your heads for no reason.
Pain.
There's
I know
the,
is
Reverse to being an icon because of that.
Oh man.
I know Bear has one. I also have one. Bear, what was yours?
So mine is kind of back in the moderately wholesome category. Is it's not the best anime. I just really enjoyed it. I got really into it. Is bottom tier character Tomazaki. It's about a guy who is basically obsessed with Super Smash Brothers. They can't say that,
You
but
are?
it's Super Smash Brothers.
They can't say it.
And he's like #1 in Japan, and like
it
that's all
is.
he does. It's like the only thing he's good at. And he meets, he has like one person who actually genuinely tries to compete with him, and it turns out that it is a girl in his class who is very similar to him, where he doesn't get why you need to try, because he's like, I suck. I'm not very attractive. I'm not great at school. Life is kind of sad in real life. I'm just good at this video game, so I'm just going to be the best at this video game. And it is about, like, her training him to, like, see life as a video game, because that's what she does. And it's really neat as you, like, watch it and get to realize that, like, they're very similar, but they're going after life for different reasons. And then there's a nice little clash towards the end of the season, and I'm super excited to see how it goes. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. If you like that kind of stuff, if the premise grabbed you at all, I recommend giving it a shot and checking out a few episodes. I definitely enjoyed that one.
Yeah. All right. All right.
All right,
got
Aaron,
one.
go in. Have fun.
We all knew what was coming. We all knew this was coming. Bear mentioned it earlier. We got to talk about Odd Taxi just for a brief moment. I won't spend too much time on it because I've already talked at length about how much I love this goddamn. And have the rest of you finished it yet?
No.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
No.
I was
Let's
on the
go.
internet playing D&D
It's 13
with a
episodes.
mid-tier
It's 13 episodes.
D&D
13
celebrity.
Beginning and easy peasy, easy watch. Some of the best writing I have seen in an anime in years.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
The everything about it is just so solid, even down to the animation, which is not like its highlight. It's just very good considering what the show is. It's like you didn't need to try.
It's like a Gretzko drawn by a top-tier anime studio. It's weird.
It actually, and it has similar, like, philosophical undertones to a Gretsuko, but not doesn't have like a lot of undertones.
See, I would watch it, but
Yaoi
somebody
undertones.
spoiled it for me.
Yaoi undertones.
So Odd Taxi is a must-watch. It
I'm
is
gonna put that
at
in the
least
maybes category.
it's at least a 9.5 out of 10 if I had to rank it. It is damn near a masterpiece. Like it is I'm trying to think if I have any like big criticisms of the show, but I can't think of any that like really popped to the front of my mind. Yeah.
So
And like
we all need to watch that.
yes, it's a must watch. It's just so good. I don't need you to watch it for my sake. I need you to watch it for your sake.
I swear, I do actually like it. It is like to drop the joke and stop busting Aaron's balls on this. I watched 3 episodes in one sitting when I meant to watch 1 episode and go finish the last episode of Nagatoro, and so like that, it pulled me away from wanting to see Nagatoro finish.
Bear is the main character. He has no reason he can't finish it. He is like one personality trait away from being the main character.
It's kind of close and it makes me a little sad. Well,
I do know that Otaku is a nice character.
Oh no, he's great. So I guess does anybody have any like last one? Sharif, do you have a final one before we go into the last part of this year in review, which is not the review anymore?
I'm good.
I got one last one.
All right, what you got, Aaron?
We talked about it on the show last episode, but I gotta bring it up again just for Sharif. Ghost Stories. Fucking Ghost Stories. This is an old anime. Taylor knew about it last time. Sharif, do you know about this anime?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I do?
Yes, you do.
I do?
Yes.
All
Ghost
right.
Stories?
Ghost Stories.
The greatest
It's not
dub of
really-
all time?
Oh! Yeah.
Okay, so here's the
Ghost
thing about it though.
Stories.
Watching it now, there are a lot of outdated references. Just bad, just very bad references. It's like,
That
it's
did not hold up well.
it does not hold up in a lot of ways. But
I mean,
it
that's
does
because they
still,
didn't take it seriously.
yeah, but it does still make me laugh. Like, there's this ongoing thing where like the little brother, who's supposed to be like the big scaredy cat of the show, like all the things just make him scared and cry. They just give him this horrendously awful like wail where he does that. In every episode, he gets progressively less understandable. Like even when he's trying to talk, he's just babbling. They don't even let him speak. It makes me laugh every time because it's so stupid.
That is now considered a bad dub.
It's not a bad dub. It's the greatest.
They didn't know what they were doing. They just were told to just make it up. But I think
go. They said go. Just go.
but my favorite part has to be the Jesus girl, the girl that they decided to make her an ultra religious figure. So she's constantly like quoting the Bible, being like, "Praise Jesus."
Did you finish it?
I've only watched like 4 episodes. There's like one episode where there's supposed to be a running boy. Like the ghost is this running boy and he runs around the track. And the main character, the main girl is like, "Wow, nice ass." And then the Jesus character is like, "You must not lust." Oh my God, you're right. And so, the entire episode, they're just making a comment about how nice his ass is.
I need you to get to the episode with the rabbit.
Okay.
Oh man.
It is my favorite thing in the entire show.
So, just fair warning, outdated references, some race-based humor that I do not like.
Very I love the racism.
Yeah, I'm not down for the racism. I'm like, we're past this point.
Is that the one with the little kids running around the?
Well, I missed that last.
You cut out.
No,
Anyway.
there's a lot of stuff.
So,
I'm here for it.
all right. So, does anybody have anything else that is from this year? What you got, Taylor?
I have one more. It is.
Oh shit!
It just got done airing 11 episodes. It's considered along with like Odd Taxi, but I think maybe. Hold on, like Odd Taxi. I liked it a lot more than I like My Hero. I ain't gonna hold you.
My Hero this season has been so. I think just for the last couple of seasons, if I'm being honest, it's been a little slow. Like, I don't know. Like, I remember Bear and I, like, when I first started watching My Hero, I was like singing its praises because like the first 2 seasons were just so like fast paced and solid. So
yeah, it's definitely.
I take that back. I have 2, and I'll get them out of the way. The first one is probably up, can be like debated for like anime of the season. It's called 86.
Yeah, what is that one about?
Huh?
What is that one about? That's like another one that I saw. I saw it popping up a lot early in the spring season and then kind of faded away.
it's just called 86.
Yeah, it's just called 86. Okay, basically it's basically like a group of like higher class people, like they live in like isolation, and like the general populace is being told that there's a war going on outside that's being fought with like unmanned, like kind of like robots, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, there are like people in the robots that were like kind of like cast to like the side to like go and like fight. And they're like actually going out there. They're fighting these things. They're actually dying. But the people like in like the little like utopia, they don't know anything about it. Like the general populace thinks that they're just unmanned people, unmanned like mechs is fighting these things. But like that, like, you know, like the politicians, the higher ups, are just, oh no, we're gonna use these people that nobody cares about, that nobody like wants to care about. And it's basically about like this one girl who wants to do justice by those people and keep them from dying and having their like sacrifices and stuff known. But she's also like fighting against like her own government and like the people she's trying to like bring out
Okay.
to be like, yo, like they're also fighting against her because they're like against they're like, you know, mentally like basically against the entire like utopia.
Yeah.
People, they don't believe that that she actually has like their interest. They don't think she actually cares.
Yeah.
Basically,
This sounds like my kind of anime. This
so
is
they're, like-
definitely up my alley.
So she's trying to like
This screams Aaron.
yeah
screams
get
at
everything to go. It's really good.
It is
So-
Mech, so Sharif's also excited.
Mech
Yeah.
political drama? You don't say.
Yeah, it's honestly up for a lot of people. Think it's like one of the best anime of the year. It's up there. It could be in the conversation. I don't know if it's like best. And the other one that I want to bring up, which is actually super fantastic, like super. It's called To Your Eternity.
Yeah.
And
I haven't heard of this one.
and like basically it starts off weird as hell. The first episode's gonna hook you. But it starts off like the first like 5 or 6 minutes, you're like, what is actually going on right now? Because it's basically like an orb that it's just sitting there, and then it touches something, and then it becomes what it just touched. So I think it lands on Earth, it hits like a rock, and it becomes a rock, and it stays a rock for like I want to say like a long ass time, but then like a wolf comes and it dies on it on like the rock. So the rock then becomes like the wolf. So it's able to like get up, run around, and do stuff like wolves could do. And it finds like this kid who's living in like the middle of the tundra by himself, waiting for like his tribe to come back because they left to go find paradise, but he stayed behind. And I don't want to like spoil
So it's
things.
the thing, but without malice.
It's just alive at this point. It doesn't know what to do. Its only thing is like, oh shit, since I was a rock, I didn't get hungry. I didn't get hot. I didn't get cold. I didn't get anything. But as soon as he became like the wolf, he's like, damn, I'm hungry. I'm cold. I gotta find something to not be cold anymore. And then he finds the boy, and apparently, the wolf was the boy's like pet or whatever. So he starts taking care of it, feeding him, talking to him and stuff. And he's just like chilling. He's like chilling with this kid. And the first episode was pretty good enough to like hook you. And then the more you watch, the more like the better it gets.
That's cool. Jaden asks, did any of us watch Vivi, the Fluoride Eyes thing?
That too is also kind of lit.
That's the one where you said it's like basically if Hatsune Miku was told she had to save the world.
Yeah, like they told like Hatsune Miku like, hey, in the future, like robots are gonna destroy everything, so we need you to take care of it. And she's like, bitch, I have to sing, and they're like, haha, but it's gonna be you though.
Don't worry, we're gonna release a new costume
It's
line
pretty
where
good,
you
though.
got superpowers. Let's go.
It is also pretty good. Like this year has actually been pretty fantastic as far as like an anime is concerned.
I've
You know,
been
it's
really
gotta be-
excited.
It's got to
Even Wonder Egg Priority was really, really good. It's just the last thing that came out was really, really bad.
I think it's just got to be the sheer volume of anime that's out there now. There's gonna be at least a few really good ones in there.
But
Yeah,
that's the thing though. Like you're right. Like the sheer amount of anime that we get on a like seasonal basis now is way more than what we used to get. But since but this like year, like 2021 has like been a year I can count on like literally like one hand, like use all my fingers actually of how many of them are like genuinely really, really good. And past seasons it's been like, okay, there's like 2 things that everybody's like really into. They're usually just ongoing stuff.
Yeah.
Or something that's coming back. Like Attack on Titan this year, people were hyped for that.
Hype.
And then it's like,
Yeah,
but
like
does
getting to
that
watch...
really count as something that's like 2021, like an anime that came out one that was really good, or is like something that has its own audience that just came back to it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not something like built an audience.
It was
just
neat
then.
seeing like the majority of like the hype and the memes and stuff that I was seeing were coming off of things like Tokyo Revengers and Miss Nagatoro. As opposed to like normally it would be a bunch of Attack on Titan memes or like some new One Piece thing
or like My Hero.
Yeah.
So
Which
like
has calmed down a lot.
Which is well, because the season's been horrible. But I mean, like Attack on Titan is interesting just because of the sheer amount of people it brought into the anime world. Like you see like Instagram influencers having to talk about Attack on Titan now because like people won't shut up about it, so they're like, we're gonna check it out, and they'll make memes out of it. Like I saw 5 this morning, 5 Instagram little videos of people
like,
doing this whole like.
And I'm not
watching
saying
Attack
that
on
those
Titan.
don't exist, but I'm like, as somebody who's in a lot of like anime centric like little groups and things, and like generally more immersed in nerd culture than you normally are. Like it was weird seeing like all of these other shows that normally would never get any traction on my radar popping up, and I was like, this is really dope.
What I'm saying is it might be the case that more of these shows are getting attention because of new people entering the anime market.
Anime has just become a bigger thing, and it's cool.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we're going to do a more abridged version of something we did last season. Is as a group, we're going to look really quickly at some of the things coming out for this summer season, which just started like 2 weeks ago now, Taylor? Summer's been going?
Like 4 weeks.
4 weeks now? Yeah, we're like real behind. But we're each going to pick one show that we're going to recommend, or that we're like, just be like, we all have to watch the first 2 episodes of this, and then at some point in the next month or so, we'll come back and do a little review of just those shows, like the little sample, a taste test, if you will.
We're just doing one?
Yeah, Aaron has no time and is not fun, and wants to each of us to only do one.
This is a cheese sampler.
Aaron sucks.
I am the artificial intelligence. I only do as my instructions.
If anybody wants to look at the list with us, I just dropped it into our Discord chat. I haven't looked at this list at all, so like I don't really know what's coming. I was actually kind of.
I could only pick one.
Yep, we each only
Aaron,
get one.
I hate you.
You can watch as many as you want, but we're picking one for the sample plate.
One for like everybody to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, that we like. Basically, it's our way of making Aaron watch an anime.
You've got to
That,
be
like,
kidding me.
He normally wouldn't watch, like something weird. Like
got
whatever
to.
Ore
I go for the weird
Tsushima,
one.
Which is about a cat. I think I don't know. There's a fat
Yes,
ass cat.
I saw that one and I immediately wanted to see it.
It actually doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff for summer comparatively.
Damn it!
No, not too much. Which makes this a little easier, I guess.
God, I have 3, and I don't know which one to pick. Thanks, Aaron.
I mean, you can wait and see if maybe one of us take one of yours.
That's the system. All right, I'll go with my pick. I'm just gonna pick one that looked like the cover art intrigued me, and then the little synopsis was somewhat intriguing. I'm gonna go with Sunny Boy. Is my recommendation.
Yep, I felt it. I knew it in my bones. I was gonna go Sunny Boy.
I'll read the quick description just because it sounds somewhat weird and interesting. Empty classrooms, boring days. It was supposed to be a normal summer vacation just like any other. Suddenly, the school begins to drift through another dimension, and 36 boys and girls are left there awakening to their supernatural abilities. Amidst the whirlpool of questions that come to mind one after another, survival in a supernatural world begins. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's got enough of a weird element. I haven't watched the trailer or anything. I'm literally just going off the description. And also because it kind of looks like Summer Wars like art style. I don't know why, but that kind of immediately made me want to watch it.
It is.
There you go. So I'm hooked art-wise. You got a goofy, interesting premise that I'm here for. So that is going to be my pick. Sunny Boy, put it on the list.
It's up there. So you guys heard it here first,
Sunny
folks.
Boy.
Sunny Boy, number 1, first pick. Who wants? I guess Sharif, you want to go next? I'm still kind of perusing around. There's so many things on here.
I just realized that the only thing I'm watching really from the summer list is Scarlet Nexus.
I mean, you could pick anything. You could just random it. You could just like scroll down and be like, this one.
Let me see real quick. Oh, here we go. We got an action one here. We got an action one. This one looks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this right. It's called D85 Bio de Battle.
Where is that one?
Don't make me watch more of that.
So it's an action. It's an action battle anime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
it
translates to like 5-second battle or something, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
So a new kind of battle of abilities for a new generation is about to begin. It all started on a regular morning like any other. Akira Yananagi is a high school kid who loves nothing more than Kanipo candy and games. One day he ends up in a fight due to a mysterious girl named Mion. Mion tells the people that she had gathered that they no longer officially exist in any records. They were given powers and were about to be test subjects. Akira makes up his mind to use his power to climb up the ranks and crush the organization. Sounds like something I would watch. So I'm gonna go with that.
While you guys are thinking, I'll do like a little interlude thing, and say that I did watch one thing that is on this list, but like only a few episodes of the first season, and that's a Kobayashi-san Chino Maid Dragon. I don't know if any of you guys caught that.
Dragon's Maid.
Yeah, it was. I really liked the art style for it. It was cute and.
Kyoani. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite studio.
It is very much a like look at this cute dragon girl anime. It's pretty much all that.
It's hilarious.
I do appreciate the little comedy bits of her like choosing not to murder everybody, and like anytime she asks for help from this one mysterious person over the phone, the person just is like, kill them all. Kill them all, don't let them steal your gold.
There's so many that are just isekais. It's wild.
I think there's like 6 or 5
Or
or some
Sharif.
shit like that.
Sharif is just like, no more isekai.
There's infinite.
I'm fine with them.
Thank you.
Great. Now I'm stuck between 4. God damn it.
You only have 3 and now you have 4.
I don't know why
Because
my mom just brought me a cup of ice.
One hasn't aired yet. And it looks like it might be the best one of the season.
We'll go with that one. We'll watch it when it airs.
Yeah, I'm so torn.
Goddamn.
Believe in yourselves.
There's so many different ones. I should have looked at this before we started, and I did not.
You had a lot of things to do before the show, and you didn't do them.
No.
Chat, berate Bear for his lack of preparedness. You know what I'm trying to say.
Go in on Aaron for not speaking English.
In the chat, they are discussing the fact that I am an AI, so they know that I have trouble.
He is an AI.
Kanojo
Aaron
no Kanojo.
Intelligence.
You've been enjoying that. Jaden says they've been enjoying Kanojo no Kanojo. I don't know what that is.
The hell is Genjutsu Sugar? What the fuck is that? Jane, what is that? Stop saying Shane.
So that one says when Kazuya Soma is unexpectedly transported to another world, he knows the people expect a hero, but Soma's idea of heroism is more practical than most. He wants to rebuild the flagging economy of the new land he's found himself in. So he's just gonna be like a governor.
Where he saves everybody through economy. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right, let's go with something. You know what? I feel like I need to go with.
God damn it.
A lot of wholesome looking ones this time, so you got your pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with something weird. I think. Like a lot of these are like actually sequels and spin-offs, and I try to like avoid like doing sequel seasons, right, or like continuing shows.
Which is fair.
But like a lot of the ones in this one are actually like spin-offs in sequel seasons, and it's not properly like listed in those areas, so it's throwing me off.
Oh Lord.
And I'm like, stop doing this, you're bad. You know, I'm gonna go generic. We have to have at least one weird isekai on the list because reasons.
Those reasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sukiga Biku Isekai Dofshu because that's a really long ass name. I don't know what. By the way, if any of these can't air anywhere, we can't find them anywhere. We will replace them next week.
What's it called?
Suki ga Michibuku Isekai Doshu.
This is the longest title, and I cannot find it.
It's in the middle. It's right next to Sunny Boy.
Oh, it's next to Sunny Boy.
No, Mel, it's not.
The only I literally picked it because I like the way the middle has the bright red fire sword slash thing, and I was very
okay, all right.
my eyes are drawn to it. It says the fantasy.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It says the fantasy centers around Makoto Misumi, an ordinary high school boy summoned to an alternate world as a brave warrior. Unfortunately, the goddess of the world said with disdain, "Your face is ugly," stripped him of his title, and banished him to the outermost fringes of the wilderness. There's a lot more, but basically now he's got shit to deal with in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I saw the first episode of that.
Well, you gotta watch the second one too now.
I mean, I'm fine. I kind of like it.
So that's gonna. I'm gonna just type in Michibiku, and then that's gonna be enough. So Taylor, after hearing this and the fact that we definitely didn't take any of your three choices, what?
You damn sure didn't.
what is your single choice?
Your single choice.
Because Aaron's bad.
You can only have one. You can only choose one.
There can only be
Well,
one.
if I had to choose one,
I'm Jiren. I'll wait.
all right, my man. Okay. All right, if I had to pick one that I think all of you would like and all of you would enjoy,
Even me? Because you know I'm
even
hard to
you,
please.
cuz, even you, I think if I had to pick one, because out of the three, I can see one of them has like vampires. I don't know how y'all do vampires.
I was actually considering that one. That one, I was teetering
I actually
on it.
really like that one. Surprisingly, because I usually look at it like that. Says as soon as I see the word vampire, I'm like, I'm good.
See, I love vampires, but I like never like the way anybody handles vampires.
But yeah, that one's pretty good though. That one's pretty good. That was one of the ones I was thinking about.
That'll be one of the ones for me time.
God damn it.
You can only pick one.
I hate this so much. Okay. The one that I can see, I have one that people can relate to, and one that I think people would actually kind of like and like want to do, but I don't. God,
Flip a coin.
why did we only have
Flip a coin.
one?
Cuz, throw the spirit bomb. I need you to just go ahead and throw that spirit bomb, dog.
Go with your gut. Go where your heart tells you.
Hinata, tell me which one I should recommend.
I should have seen that coming.
Yep.
Okay.
Not to use your
All right.
gut.
Okay, so according to Hinata, I'm gonna recommend Uramichi Onisan.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
And
see
what
that one.
that is it's this adult who is on a like daytime children's like television show. You remember like
Like the Wiggles.
Blue's Clues?
like yeah, like Blue's Clues, like the big comfy couch. Like he's on like one of those,
Yeah.
but on the inside he's a dead adult human being. Like
I mean, if you're on a children's show like that, I feel like
it
you
has
wouldn't be
nothing to do with him
satisfied,
being
so-
on the show. It's just about him living an adult life. And
But
how
also
much
doing
he
that show.
absolutely hates it.
That's amazing.
Because he likes the kids. It's just that his life, he's not in a place he wants to be in his life.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because he lets that like inner like hatred for his life seep out sometimes when he's talking to the kids.
Are you sure this is wholesome?
Sounds wholesome.
It's not about being wholesome. It's about being freaking hilarious and relatable.
Sharif, but don't worry, the fall season will have all of our generic shonen we love, and then we'll be at
I
home.
know. I'm ready for the fall.
It's
Right,
Shaman
guys.
King and Eden Zero, me and you, all fall.
Guys,
It's gonna be good.
Airing right now.
I got one last thing.
I
Got
swear
one
to
last
God.
curveball for you.
What do you want, Aaron? I have
So,
to pee. It's been
I
2
perused
hours.
this entire list, and
Are
I
you about to
found
recommend another one?
this isn't a recommendation. It is
I swear to God.
So I perused the entire list and eliminated all the sequel series and all the new ones, and I found the highest rated new anime on the list. And it is Love Live Superstar. And I say we add it to the list because it's got something for all of us.
We
What does it
all
have for
really
me?
like pop.
It's
Idols?
there is no information. That's why it's got something for everybody. It's just a bunch
whatever
of
you
cute
want it to
girls
be.
doing cute. It's cute girls doing cute girl things.
I don't
and
think Aaron knows
No.
what Love Live is.
No.
That's a mobile game, son.
well, it's now an anime, guys.
Yeah, Love
It's
Live's
a-
been
it's
an
like a
anime for a
love
minute.
simulator, right?
It's a long-running idol anime.
Oh, it's
Bunch of
also-
CD concerts and all of that.
What?
It's also
Yep.
a mobile game.
That's what Love Life is.
But it
Also
says a
mobile
new
game.
television animated.
Nico,
series.
Nico, knee,
Oh,
bitches.
Because it's another season.
Well,
also
never
a
mind
mobile
then. Eliminate it from the list.
Anyway, I think
But
we've
for-
been
One
here
more
long
thing.
enough.
One more thing.
One
For
more
those of
thing.
you in the chat, if you have not seen it, there's a show called Remake Our Life. Check it out. It's about, I think it's like, is it 2015? I think.
It's
Hold
so
on.
out of left field.
It's got more yaoi undertones.
It
Send
has
us away,
no
Scott.
yaoi undertones.
It's got undertones.
There are
Send it
no
away.
yaoi undertones.
Send it away.
Anyway, guys, this has been the Super Otaku Show. As always, I'm Bear, joined by the shooting star sheriff himself. You can find him over on YouTube, currently playing Scarlet Nexus, and I think Scramble still? Mm-hmm. And going to be probably playing Neo next week.
No Neo. Neo's for me.
No, Neo's just for you. Oh, damn.
Neo's for me.
I wasn't expecting that one. You can, of course, find Taylor
Thank you,
over at
Jaden.
TaylorMade Otaku on his channel or on Twitter at TaylorMade Otaku. You doing anything new or cool over on your channel, Taylor?
No, I'm on like hiatus. This is the only thing I'm doing in front of this camera for like the past month. But I just want to take a second to thank Jaden for saying Remake Our Life is so good, and also he likes Kuromade, and I like Kuromade because it's cute. Now, that's all I got to say.
There it is.
So we can leave.
You can find my Roman half nowhere on the internet because he won't make new videos. Yell at him, shame him, tell him to finish.
I'm working on the new one. Please come check out our channel, Roman Bear Productions. Roman Bear, one word, Productions, a separate word. And please go check out Bear on right here on Roman Bear Streams. Good times always. What are you currently playing?
So we've been playing Pokemon Unite, and it's so fantastic and fantastically pay to win. I love it. It
Rick
makes
has
me
entered
angry.
the chat.
Rick has been here for a while. But anyway, and also either Monday or Tuesday, we're going to be doing a giant Card Fight Vanguard opening of the second set of the Overdress series. Sharif, myself, and our buddy Spence chipped in. We bought a whole bunch of packs. I'm going to be opening them all on stream. I got a cool but simple little setup here so you guys can see everything. We're ready for it. So yeah, guys, you can check us out tomorrow. The cards should be in tomorrow before the end of the day. So it's going to be a nighttime stream, not an afternoon stream. But anyway, that's it for this week. You can find us on the internet wherever podcasts are served. And until next time, guys, so long.
Peace.
Bye. I'd do a pose if you could see me.